Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my girlfriend after her ex's funeral? Interesting topic today. Hi gang, this is Little Miss, and welcome to my channel. Let's dive into the story today, and then don't forget to give us your comments and opinions on this topic. Let's get going. Our original poster is Visual Lifeguard. He says, so my girlfriend and I have been together for about 4 years. She used to be close friends with her ex. However, he tried to make a move on her while she and I were together, so she cut off their friendship. They knew each other for about 10 years. They were high school sweethearts and stayed together throughout college. They broke up because he did not want kids. He died recently, and my girlfriend was invited to the funeral. While I wasn't happy, so to speak, to see my girlfriend cry about this guy, I swallowed my emotions and offered my full support. She asked me to come with her. Here's where things get messy. She kept talking about how she wishes they never broke up in the first place, and that she's never met someone who she loved as much as him. She made a speech about how she says that if things had been different, they'd be a happy family with children. I had to force myself not to say anything. Now we're back home, and she hasn't said anything about what she said. I'm so close to just leaving, but I just don't know if she only said that out of grief. Ooh, that had to hurt to hear that. Let's see what our commenters had to say. Aggravating a bit says, she would have left you in a heartbeat if he had told her he was ready for kids. You're not her first choice. Whew, that was blunt. Niana65 says, when my ex died, I was a sobbing mess at his wake. I had thoughts about what life might have been like if we never divorced. I kicked him out for cheating on me when our son was 3. Over the years, we developed a friendship but never got back together. At his wake, several women talked about when they were with him, sometimes during the same period of time. In my grief, my brain wasn't in control, just my emotions, and I kept thinking about if we had never split up. It's been a couple of years now, and I'm able to realize he never would have been faithful, and not being married to him was the best for both of us. My boyfriend attended the wake with me and held me when I cried. He never expressed feeling jealousy over my feelings for my deceased ex, and we are still together. I think you need to be there for your woman and wait a while for her feelings to settle before talking about how she really feels about her future. Conscious Arm says, you could try asking her about it. If it is how she really felt and feels, then it's time to go your separate ways. Tenius Article says, 4 years of dating is already crap or get off the pot time. You don't want to marry her anyway. She wants kids, dude. Let her go. You're not her guy. Trust me. I've been there. You're looking for a reason that will justify breaking up, but the truth is, you were fundamentally unhappy with it before this whole controversy. Her parents have already lost respect. Her friends are wondering what your motives are. If she has sisters or siblings, they probably think you're wasting her time anyway, which you probably are. It hurts, but the thing is, you're wasting your own time when you could be with somebody that you actually love and loves you. Ooh, that one was brutal too. Oddman1 says, you seem to be her second choice in life. Are you going to be able to get over that? It is possible she was just saying what the people there wanted to hear. Talk to her and ask if it was just the grief talking or if you are indeed her second choice. It is impossible to compete with a dead person. Talk to her, and good luck. My Fun Time says, was the speech planned or spur of the moment? Her being upset is totally understandable, and people also say things when upset that they don't actually mean, especially spur of the moment. But a planned speech is something she thought about and decided to say in front of a large group with you there, so you know this is truly how she feels. There is plenty she could have said about the ex that could have been better. He was a great guy, great memories, etc. Maybe give it a few days and then talk with her about it. But keep in mind that him being number one in her heart will probably only grow now that he is a memory. Newell's1313 says you should have a serious conversation with her about how it hurts you to hear this. However, if she didn't love you, she would not have asked you to attend the funeral with her. She could have gone alone and not have asked you. It's kind of like a widow who finds love again. They never stop loving the person who died, however, they can also love again. Maybe not as strong, but it does happen. It's nothing against you, or at least that's not how I'd take it, until you've spoken with her and explained to her how it made you feel. Grow in a Garden says you need to talk to her. This is a hard one because we will have different perceptions of why she said something or what she could be feeling or have meant. But none of us know her or why she did it. Nobody but her. She very well could have said it out of grief. Death is a really hard thing and everyone is going to respond differently or say things out of hurt. I'm sure it was a shock. She spent a long time with this person. This is very hard. Does that make things okay? No. But after you have a conversation communicating how you feel, I'm sure you'll know what the right thing to do is. Maravise says you need to sit down and talk it out first. She may be trying to describe to you this first love experience, this path that her life could have taken, a love for him that feels separate and completely different from what she feels for you. It doesn't mean that what she feels for you is less, just different. His death brought the enormity of those feelings she used to have back to her. You might still want to leave, but you need to sit down and talk to her and really hear where those words came from and what she meant by them. Solakov says, yes, but I would not lead with any words about ending the relationship. That's too close to making a threat or ultimatum as your opening move. Start with your hurt feelings and finding out what she really meant, because the way her words came out seemed to belittle your value. How does she really feel about you? Only if she doesn't get how important it is to you do you need to bring up the idea of leaving, to get her to see the gravity of the issue. People have had some differing opinions in this one. Some are pretty blunt and some are pretty understanding. Puzzle-headed Smile says, nah, people are jumping the gun here. My dad died when I was a teen, and let me tell you, loss makes you say some funny and absolutely sideways crap to whoever is walking in your path. Not to be rude, but knowing that from firsthand experience, I almost feel like a lot of the people posting here are insanely naive and have likely never had deep loss in their whole lives. She's sad. Don't let your position as her boyfriend and his position as her ex dictate the way you'd trust her words over a friend of yours who was going through the same thing. I can totally see myself doing the exact same thing. I love my boyfriend of 3 years, but if any of my long-term exes abruptly died, it would bring up a whole lot of feelings and regrets. You say some dumb stuff to whoever happens to be in your orbit. Just go to sleep, relax, have patience, a day, week, or month. Relationships require time. I like that advice, and it's coming from someone who has sincerely experienced loss. How would you handle this situation if you were the one who had lost an ex? How would you handle it if you were in the original poster situation and was now the one giving support to the one who lost an ex? It's a tough spot to be in for both of them, I'm sure. Don't forget to leave your comments. We read every single one of them, and we'd love to hear where you stand on this situation. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, my friends, let's keep the conversation rolling.